Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy VII, the original. So, since the last episode I had a little thought, I was going to do a little bit of grinding, but I realised that there's a certain function we need to get before I start grinding, because I don't just want to be grinding just these three characters. So I need to be able to level up Nanaki and Ares. Well, not that bothered about Ares, but Nanaki. So we're going to go straight to Kalm. So be prepared for a bit of a dialogue. So this is Kalm. Yo, I'll be waiting in the inn. Hurry and get your butt over here there. Let's go, Cloud. So what I'm going to do is probably do the dialogue first, and then we'll start leveling people up. So let's go. Cloud, you're late. I was like 10 seconds behind you. Yo man, you're late. Sorry to keep you waiting. Guess everyone's here now. So let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet. Let's hear it all. I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. So I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other until one day. One day? After the war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. It sure is raining hard. Hey, how are you doing? I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Everything okay? Hey, settle down. They gave me some new material. I can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You going to brief us about this mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined Soldier to be like you. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always signed up wherever there's a big mission, kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we will dispose of the creatures, then we will locate the problem and neutralize it. Brutal creatures? Where? The Mako reactor at Niblehem. Niblehem? That's where I'm from. Hometown. Sirs, something strange just crashed into the truck. That would be our monster. Oh, what a great bit of music. Right, this is how weak Cloud was when he was 16. Yep, me dead. I think it's just to show how strong Sephiroth is. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He is far stronger in reality than any story you may have heard about him. So, where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerised by the way Sephiroth fought, and I was knocked out. And then we reached Nibelheim. So, before we move on with the dialogue, this bit, we're going to see two, kind of like two sides of this story, but by the same, it's by the same person, but what you think is actually happening now isn't quite right. This is why I think like that the storyline of this game is just absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's crack on. How does it feel? It's your first time back in your hometown in a long time, right? So, how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father. See, there's that Genova person again, who, if you remember in, is it episode 4? Episode 3 or episode 4, I can't remember. There was a headless woman, and it was a specimen of Hojo, and its name was Genova. What does it matter? Alright, let's go. Being on watch is so boring. You want to do what we always do. Just sit tight, it's your job, right? Shall we practice? Practice? Oh, you mean practice my pose? Do members of Soldier always have to worry about what others think? How did it go? What, was it like this? Good job. I really don't want to be in Soldier. Psst, you keep wandering around here and you'll get in trouble. The Mako smells pretty bad here. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that the name of Sephiroth's mother? I remember Genova. That's the damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later. Tifa, oh, it was only... Okay, Cloud, continue. The childhood friends reunite. I was really surprised with Tifa. The town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they're afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get some sleep early. All we need is one lookout, so you others get some rest. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. I heard Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of Sephiroth and the monster. Take my picture. I don't take pictures of nobodies. Oh, burn. Man, I'm so nervous. How come? Look, you never know when a monster's gonna show up, right? That's true. Let's just go. Is Shinra here to get rid of the monsters? And who are you? I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student. Oh, I didn't know about that. Did you say Tifa? Tifa has good senses. She'll be a powerful fighter. I actually never spoke to that guy. Nice to know. What are you looking at? This scenery. I feel like I know this place. We're short one bed. Yeah, and? We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep. Yeah, let's get some sleep. I've hired a guide to the Mako reactor. I've heard she's young. I hope we can rely on her. And I wonder who that is. Once the guide gets here, we're heading out. Tifa's father, listen to me, Sephiroth. In case something happens, trust me. I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you. Tifa, you're the guide. That's right. I'm so happy I'm the #1 guide in this town. It's too dangerous. I can't get you involved in this. There's no problem if you protect her. Let's go. Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Tifa, can you ask him for me too? Cheese. Great, thank you. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed. The Mako reactor was built at Mount Nibble. The cold mountain air of Mount Nibble was the same. It gets harder from here. Follow me. The bridge. Everyone seems to be alright. We'll be able to get back. These caves are intertwined like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, one person seems to be missing. It may sound cruel, but we've no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. Right, and let's have a little look at what Sephiroth's got. It's level 50. And oh, he doesn't want us to take anything, but he's mastered everything. And that's what I want to get our characters to. It's going to be awesome. And we've got preemptive attack. Nothing special. Same Buster Sword. Nothing special. So let's go. What's this? A mysterious coloured cave. It must be the Maka energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Maka reactor was built here. And what's this? A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature. It's so beautiful. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state. By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use magic too? You're a soldier and didn't even know that? The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the power of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic. Or so they say. Magic, a mysterious power. Did I say something funny? A man once told me never to use unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was. Who was that? Hojo of Sinra, an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. He was a walking mass of complexes. A Mako fountain, so this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. We finally made it. We sure took the long way though. Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside too, I want to see. Only authorized people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra industrial secrets. But take care of the lady. Man. Better take real good care of me then. I must say, for a reactor, I would have thought stairs would be quite useful rather than going down a chain. I'm pretty sure health and safety people this day and age will have something to say about that. Ooh, Genova. This is Genova, right? It won't open. This is the reason of the malfunction. This part is broken. Cloud, close the valve. Why did it break? Now I see. Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it is further condensed? Oh yeah, it becomes materia. Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Look through the window. Look at that. A monster. But what is that? Normal members of Soldier are humans that are being showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you. Is this some kind of monster? Exactly, and it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are. Normal members of Soldier, you mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth. No. Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters? Sephiroth! You saw it. All of them were humans. Human? No way! Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from the others. Special, in some way. But not like this. Am I human? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant by that. I was even more surprised that Shin was producing monsters. Damn Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate them. Whoa. Would have ever... No, sorry. Who would ever have thought the Mako reactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me? So, save the game and rest, or keep talking? Let's keep talking. Let's finish this lot. Poking his damn nose in where it don't belong. Cloud, why don't you finish that story? Phew. Tifa, were you waiting outside then? Yes. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared, right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. Right, off to find Sephiroth. Now we will come back to this mansion in the now, because this is obviously in the past, and hopefully we can get a new character. An apparently dead organism was found in the 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gas named that organism Genova. X year, X month, X day. Genova confirmed to be an ancient. X year, X month, X day. Genova project approved. The use of Maca Reactor 1 approved for use. My mother's name is Genova. Genova project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor gasped. Why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? Let me be alone. Alright. Sephiroth didn't come out the Shinra mansion. He continued to read as if he were possessed by something, and not once did the miss out. Maybe pause it and you can read the rest. Oh, such a good bit of music. Love it. When you feel like shit's about to go down. Sephiroth seems different. Who is it? Traitor. Traitor? You ignorant traitor, I tell you. This planet originally belonged to Cetra. Cetra wasn't in itinerant race? Can't even pronounce that, my bad. They would migrate in, settle the planet, then move on. At the end of their hard, long journey, it was said they would find the promised land and supreme happiness. But those who disliked journeying appeared. They stopped their migration, built shelters, and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had made without giving back one whit in return. Those are your ancestors. Sephiroth. Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Cetra after that. Your ancestors continued to multiply. Now all that's left of the Cetra is in these reports. What does that have to do with you? Don't you see? An ancient named Genova was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. The Genova Project. The Genova Project wanted to produce people with the powers of the ancients, or the Cetra. I am what was produced. produced? Yes. Professor Gast, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, produced me. How did he? Sephiroth. Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother. Oh, that bit of music. So, I think Sephiroth has now lost his shit. I think he's got some mommy and daddy issues. And I think he's going to have a little word with his mother. Oh, what the hell? Hey, it's you. You're still sane, right? Then come over here and help me. I'll check this house. You check that one over there. Sephiroth. Terrible. Sephiroth, this is too terrible. Oh, the iconic scene. So, Sephiroth got angry, went to go and see his mom, but decided to burn the town down. It's a bit irresponsible, really, isn't it? Papa, Sephiroth. Did Sephiroth do this to you? Sephiroth, Soldier, Micro Reactor, Shinra. I hate them all. Mother, I'm here to see you. Please, open this door. How could you do that to my papa and all the other town people? And Tifa is dead. You promised that you'd come when I was in trouble. Here, just lay next to some monsters. You'll be fine. Actually, I'll talk to her, make sure she's right. Yeah. Right, let's go. Mother, let's take the planet back together. I thought of a great idea. Let's go to the Promised Land. Sephiroth. My family, my hometown. How could you do this to them? They've come again, Mother. With her superior power, knowledge, and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now I'm here with you, so don't worry. What about my sadness, my family, friends, the sadness of having my hometown taken away from me? It's the same as your sadness. My sadness? What do I have to be sad about? I'm the chosen one. I've been chosen to be the leader of this planet. I have orders to take the planet back from you stupid people for the Cetra. What should I be sad about? Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, you're not the Sephiroth I used to know. And that's the end of my story. Wait a damn minute. That's it? No more? I don't remember. What happened to Sephiroth? In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him. Official records say that Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper. Shinra Inc. owns the newspapers, so you can't rely on that. I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me? I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Genova? It was in the Shinra building, right? Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar. Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. Sephiroth. Damn, none of this makes sense. I'm going, gone. And I'm leaving the thinking to you. Yo, Cloud, let's get a move on. Yeah. Yo, come on, let's go. Oh, brother. Cloud, how bad was I after Sephiroth stabbed me? I thought you were gonna. I was so sad. I, the ancients, etc., Genova, Sephiroth, and myself. Let's go. Barrett's waiting. What a fascinating story. Cloud, take this. Receive PHS. Yep. PHS will put us in contact with each other. Well, I'll be going. So that's what we needed so I can start grinding and switch between party members and level everybody up. So let us go to the shops, because I don't think there's much else in here that I can remember, unless you guys know anything more. But I could always come back here at a later date if I did forget anything, if you guys want to help me out with that. So item store, is there anything worth buying? Let's get a tranquilizer, eye drop, and that'll do. Material store, is there anything we need to buy from here? Earth, yes. And heal. Don't need anything else there. And the weapons. Yes, new sword. Cannonball. Yeah. Metal core. Own to equip 4. So I might not need that. So it might be okay. Alright. So I'm going to finish the episode there. That was a big story moment. So we figured out that Hojo took over the science department from Professor Gast, and Professor Gast is Sephiroth's dad. Well, he made Sephiroth by using Genova. Then Tifa got shanked by Sephiroth, but doesn't seem to really remember Cloud being there. But Cloud has this story, this vision in his head of him being kind of like the main character in that story. But later on in the game, we will revisit that story and find a different truth. So do stick around. But thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.